term climate refers to general weather conditions of a place over many years. Climate change is a significant variation of average weather conditions, say, conditions becoming warmer, wetter, or drier over several decades or more. It's that long-term trend that differentiates climate change from natural weather variability. And while climate change and global warming are often used interchangeably, global warming, the recent rise of the global average temperature near the Earth's surface, is just one aspect of climate change. The natural variability of and the climate fluctuations of the climate system have always been part of the Earth's history. To understand climate change fully, the causes of climate change must be first identified. The Earth's climate is influenced and changed through natural causes like volcanic eruptions, ocean currents, the Earth's orbital changes, solar variations, and internal variability. A description of global climate includes how, for example, the rising temperature of the Pacific feeds typhoons, which blows harder, drop more rain, and cause more damage, but also shifts global ocean currents that melt Antarctica ice, which slowly makes sea level rise. It is the systemic connectedness that makes global climate change so important and so complicated.
Explain the effects of global warming. Global warming destabilizes the Earth's temperature equilibrium and has far-reaching effects on human beings and the environment. During the course of global warming, the energy balance and thus the temperature of the Earth change due to the increased concentration of greenhouse gases, which has a significant impact on human and the environment. It is not scientifically possible to assign individual weather events to the current climate change. However, it can be statistically proven that global warming will increase the probability of extreme weather events. The direct consequences of man-made climate change include rising maximum temperatures, rising minimum temperatures, rising sea levels, higher ocean temperatures, an increase in heavy precipitation, shrinking glaciers, thawing permafrost. The indirect consequences of climate change, which directly affect us humans and our environment, include an increase in hunger and water crisis, especially in developing countries, health risk implications of dealing with secondary damage related to climate change, economic impact implication of dealing with secondary damage related to climate change, increasing spread of pests and pathogens, loss of biodiversity due to limited adaptability, speed of flora and fauna, ocean acidification due to increased HCO3 concentrations in the water as a consequence of increased CO2 concentrations, the need for adaptation in all areas, example, agriculture, forestry, energy, infrastructure, tourism, and etc.
Hello guys, for this video, we are gonna be answering the question how and why human activities such as consumption and production contribute to the climate change problem. Now, how do activities such as consumption and production contribute to the climate change problem? Humans are increasingly having part in the climate change and the Earth's increasing temperature by burning fossil fuels, chopping down trees, and farming livestock. We can feel the increase of temperature each day, and this is bad for us. The possibility for human activities to increase the temperature of the earth through gas on greenhouse emissions has been described and calculated for how many years. Scientific research across multiple scientific researchers agree that humans are warming or changing the climate of the earth. Ongoing effects include rising sea levels due to thermal expansion and melting of glaciers, and ice sheets like the places that was once cold, like for example Antarctica. The Antarctica is now melting, and now there is a record that Antarctica has experienced its hottest days. On February 6, 2020, weather stations recorded the hottest temperature on record for Antarctica. Thermometers at Esperanza Base on the northern tip of the Antarctic Peninsula has reached 18.3 degrees Celsius or 64.9 Fahrenheit. Around the same temperature as Los Angeles that day. The warm spell caused widespread melting on nearby glaciers, warming of the ocean surface, leading to increased temperature stratification. Other possible effects include large-scale changes in ocean circulation. Human can be driven by changing by how the use of land and lands cover, such as urbanization, deforestation, and steering the vegetation patterns. Also alter the climate, resulting in changes in reflectivity of the Earth's surface. Work from burning forests, urban heating, island effects, and changes in the natural water cycle. The primary cause of global climate change is humans. The solution to this climate change problem is also within the humans, because we understand the causes of climate change that paves the way for effective solutions to be developed and deployed. That's all. Thank you.
Provide ways on how to help address climate change. Number 1. Planting more trees. Reforestation means more stress to soak up carbon already in the atmosphere. Planting more trees helps to maintain healthy soils and humidity levels in the air around the world. It begins when trees regulated the water cycle. Trees absorb air and transport it into the atmosphere, effectively filtering and controlling the levels of humidity wherever they are. Planting more trees, it helps us to avoid natural calamities. Number 2, decreasing energy use, helping families build fuel-efficient stoves which reduce pressure on forests and release fewer greenhouse gases. Reducing energy use in your home save you money, increasing our energy security, and reduce the pollution that is emitted from non-renewable source of energy. Sample, kung hindi natin ginagamit ang mga bagay-bagay tulad ng mga rep, pwede natin siyang i-unplug. Environmental education. Ensuring that people learn the best ways to protect their resources is a process that allows individuals to explore environmental issues, engage in the problem solving, and take action to improve environment. As a result, individuals develop a deeper understanding of environmental issues and have the skills to make informed and responsible decisions. Valuing nature's service. Educating and linking people to the economic value of ecosystem so that they manage resources more sustainability. Dito naman sa valuing nature, dapat alamin natin kung anong mga purpose ng ating nature para hindi sila mawala. Repair and reuse. Keeping appliances in operation longer can reduce the burden on scarce resources and help avoid waste. A simple repair could give an item of furniture a piece of life. A quick stitch here and there could give an item clothing a new look. As family friends, to help someone is certain to be nifty with a needle, a thread, or handy with a hammer or screwdriver. Kung kaya pa namang ayusin para umiwas na bumili at makasave ng pera. Reuse, tulad ng mga pag bumili ka ng water bottle. Pag naubos na, pwede natin ulit lagyan ng tubig para hindi na tayo bumili. Be water wise. Watch your water usage and use simple techniques to use less, even saving money. It refers to plants that evolve in regions with lower precipitation, thus requiring less water throughout the growing season. The most residential landscape plants save water.
How can you personally contribute to help solve the problem and impact of climate change? As a student, I can contribute to help solve the problem and impact of climate change in my own little way. I have 4 ways to do that. The first one is cutting shower time shortly to conserve water. The second one is walking to your destination if the distance is not far. The third one is segregating and recycling the waste that I have to prevent flooding or to lessen flooding. And by recycling, I can use that item in another way to save me money. The fourth one is using organic materials in making the projects task given by the teachers. That 4 way is just a fraction in the many ways you can do to lessen the impact of climate change. That's all for today, and thank you for watching our mini documentary about climate change.